never not do the basics enough. But I do think that sometimes people spend too much time on that and not adding realistic movement. So I particularly like having students do something basic, something advanced, something self-defense or orientated, then come back and do something basic, and then go back to do something like that. I think they can remember something more usable that way than just sticking to, like, you know, just we're only going to do blocks from, you know, this, you know, it's not very real. It's not realistic. It's not usable. Now, there are 8 basic cuts. There are more than 8 cuts, but there are 8 basic cuts, and they're taught within what's called the happo-giri. Now, when you cut with a blade in Japanese martial arts, you're going to hear 2 words. You're going to hear giri, which means cutting or slicing, and you're going to hear uchi, which is striking. Now, if I take a knife and I cut down his face like this, that's kiri. I'm doing a downward cut. This is kiri. If I take this knife and I stick it in his skull like a hatchet, like a Michael Myers movie, right? If I take it and I'm like, and it's just stuck there, that's called shomenuchi, right? If I take this knife and I cut across the throat this way, or I come like this side here, then this is called happo-giri. Well, it doesn't matter, it's a lateral cut. It could be the throat, it could be the belly or whatever, but if I come across here, that's happo-giri. If I turn it around and I stab it this way and stick it in there like that, then it's happo-uchi, right? So this is kiri. This is happo-uchi, right? This is kiri-age, cutting up like this. Well, this is age-uchi, where you're stabbing it into the stomach like that, and an upward stab. You know what I mean? Same thing. We have ski, and ski is when we do ski, you strike and you retract. A lot of people don't retract on ski, and you should. The technical kata, the technical waza, excuse me, the technical kata is retracting. So I don't know why people don't retract on their ski, because that is the traditional way of teaching it. So when you ski, right, which is a stabbing motion, you should retract. But if I don't, right, we call it mei-uchi, because I'm going to move forward and I'm just going to grab it and just jam it into him and keep it in there. We're going to look at those. I want you guys to be able to move your wrists fluently and do this motion without stopping. Don't stop the energy. That's the key with this particular, I know this can be basic, but it's very, the key here is I don't want you to stop. You should be thinking one step ahead of the technique that you're doing. It's when mind and body needs to work together, but they don't need to be simultaneously on the same thing. People think mind and body together. That doesn't mean they're doing the same thing at the same time. That just means they're working in unison. Yeah? So, from the happo-giri, right, in the happo-giri, let's look at giri waza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we'll look at uchi waza. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See that? Okay, good. Go play.